All right. Another reason why you might feel stuck is if you're blaming the outside world too much. Now, stay with me for a moment because this can be subtle. You might go, blah, blah, blah. That's not me. I don't need to listen to this one. And it's true. It could be true. But notice the subtlety, because even if you're aware that blaming doesn't work and that you are in charge and that you need to own everything, there are subtle times when we still do it. And it's about refining that, right? So there are so many ways. The mind is so complex and the unconscious is so deep that to hear this and to acknowledge that maybe I am blaming things. Am I blaming my DNA? Am I blaming my parents? Am I blaming the world? Am I blaming my tiredness? Am I blaming my relationship? Am I blaming the country I'm in? Am I blaming my heritage, my speech, my culture, my education, my past life? So often when we learn things, we might blame it, but not overtly, not like, oh yeah, well, it's my past life and therefore I'm going to be like that now. It's more subtle. It can even be unconscious, okay? So it's really good to dig that up and to go, am I blaming? And if I'm blaming, what can I learn from this and empower myself? So the reason I'm saying this is because when we blame, we feel disabled and we waste a lot of time trying to change an external which we can't actually change. We can only change ourselves, and I'm sure you've heard this before. But the truth is that is a magical, powerful thing to realize. So because you can only change yourself, you can go straight in, you can release something and shift it, and you will instantly, I mean that, instantly attract a different reality, different responses from people, different types of people, different opportunities, and you will feel good. Your body will go into a great healing and your biology will feel better, which means you can hold more energy, you will look after yourself better, and you will be more confident, and you will attract that equally to you because it's all vibrational. Can you see how big that is? So say you have a difficult relationship with your parents. You could say sometimes you're tired, and you can say, I blame my parents because they're difficult, but it's my role to help them, or I can't just ignore them, or they're helpless, I can't do anything. Fair enough. And you have to acknowledge that first. It's not about denying it, pushing it under the carpet. It's not about being selfish and ignoring them. It's about, okay, how much energy am I going to give to the blame? And how much energy am I going to give to finding an innovative solution? So say you have a tough time with your parents. Say they're older and they're draining you, or say your teenagers are draining you, or your young babies waking up all the time, or you're having problems with your job, you have a boss that's difficult and really negative, or you're having a health problem and it's making you feel like there's no point, you're blaming it for being stuck. So you can do millions of things. This is just my version of what I can share. You could go, okay, this is difficult. I acknowledge that. Okay, I would like to make the most out of that, honoring myself and that situation, those people, that health problem, that boss. Now, two things will shift this. One is the internal way of looking at it, and the other one is to create a different relationship, perhaps boundaries to things, or find a new way of interacting. So how else can you see this inwardly? Ask yourself. With everything there's a gift, literally. With every illness, I have worked with people with terminal cancers and they shifted their lives. They either passed away gracefully or they made the most out of the life that they did have and healed it. They learned what they had to learn, and the body went into joy and healed itself. They uncovered whatever unconscious root system was there, creating the illness to bring the attention and to walk that path. And the path can sometimes be passing on to another life, yes, and leaving the body. Sometimes it can mean healing and helping others. Sometimes it can mean a longer journey, a shorter journey. There's no judgment there. But if you look at everything as a learning, which is what I've seen, people that live the highest life see everything as a learning. And then we go, okay, what can I learn from this? Because once you learn the lesson, it doesn't have to be there anymore. So what can I learn from this? Okay, I can learn from this. A, B, C, D. You could learn from it that you can eat differently. You could learn from it that you can let go of certain things that you used to think were important, for example. You could learn from it that maybe you're giving something too much energy and it doesn't deserve it. You could focus on something else that gives you joy. You could learn from it by saying, wow, I have chosen this. I've brought this into my life for a reason. Now, why would I do that? Wow, this is so interesting. Okay. And see what comes up. This will be massive. And then you're going to learn to either be with the situation and learn something else, or you might even walk away from a situation that you realize is a perpetuation and you've learned everything already. Or you might just have that little adjustment, that final lesson you weren't having yet. It could be about prioritizing yourself a little more. It could be about meditating more. It could be about resting more, journaling more, to get that wisdom. It could be about noticing the good things because the challenges have taken over. So, okay, wow, let me just focus now on all the great things in my life and just start to energize them. It's like lighting them up like a Christmas tree. Yes, I got so lost in this thing. I forgot about all the goodness. I forgot about, the beauty of a kitten, the beauty of the ocean, the beauty of my breath, the beauty of my beautiful fresh water, the beauty of my amazing bed, the beauty of the sky today, the beauty of going to the gardening shop, the beauty of my actually amazing relationships, the beauty of my capacity to speak my truth, the beauty of the love and the past that I've experienced and dwelling in the gifts of the past, the beauty that I've had a great rich life already and how many wonderful things I've experienced. It's already a full life. The beauty of being able to meditate and discover who I am and going deeper, blah, 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 blah. The beauty of watching YouTubes, of choosing the channels that inspire you, the beauty of creating art, the beauty of meeting yourself, the beauty of a shower, the beauty of sleep, the beauty of the excitement of what's going on or happen on the planet. Because as trauma and craziness happens, there's also awakening happening and change that is so important. And let's empower that. And as we empower that, blah blah blah, these other things will shift and not have to be there like that. Let's wake up so we don't have to keep creating trauma to hear the messages, right, for ourselves and everyone. So you can really do a lot with that. Instead of blaming, can you ask yourself, why am I blaming this, and can I own it? Can I own that I'm in that relationship? Can I own that I'm eating this way because I've created a pattern somewhere and now I'm eating this way which isn't working for me? Can I just love myself for that because it was important once, and now that I see this, I realize I don't have to perpetuate it. So what do I do next? Great, I find out what the root cause was. Where did I start this pattern so I can release it? And maybe I need help with that. Like I said, this is the sort of work I offer. The root cause of everything is the key to release, and all the mental work and all the mental struggle and all the affirmations can only take you so far. Once you pull out that root cause, like the grass, you're pulling out the root and everything, and it hasn't gone to seed. Thank you for the lesson, and you're gracefully letting that go. It doesn't come back. We fill that up with light. We fill this up with a new adventure, a new option, a new way of living, and you will have that kind of grass, that kind of platform, that kind of existence. So why am I blaming? Okay, what is it that I didn't want to face? I felt unfair about this, so I'm blaming them. They started it. They did that to me. They forced me. Right now, no one's forcing you anymore. So right now, you can grow from that and say, no more. I'm going to change that. And I'm going to also at the same time, not keep empowering these people that want to force me, because it's an allowing. This is huge. This is big. Are you allowing someone to run you around? Are you allowing someone to tell you what should happen? Are you being guilt tripped? which then makes you feel like, well, I'm guilty, and then you're blaming guilt. Are you blaming, oh, I'm not allowed to do that, I'm too old, I'm too young, I'm this, I'm that? That's also a form of blame. Blame can go deep. So notice that, write it down, spend a moment in silence after this. What are you blaming? And see if you can, okay, go from, all right, I'm blaming the university that's doing this, I'm blaming the government that's doing this, I'm blaming my childhood, I'm blaming, the teacher that did this or didn't teach that. Write it down and go, no more, I'm not empowering others, I'm empowering myself. How can I take charge? So new relationship, what are my options out of this? Firstly, seeing it. Secondly, making new choices. You can. As of now on, I'm going to recognize that blame and I'm not going to run with that. I'm going to literally notice it and I'm going to choose that I am aware and making new choices. The littlest ones are perfect. I'm choosing not to go to that shop anymore because I don't enjoy it. I'm choosing to spend a bit more money because I'm going to that convenience shop because I spend less time. I'm choosing to have my own budget. I'm choosing to only cook vegetarian because I don't want to cook meat dishes, and whoever wants meat can cook themselves. I'm choosing to buy organic because I want to honor the organic market, the earth and the people that put the effort in, plus my body, so it can hold high frequency. I'm choosing to do it a little bit at a time because it will create a snowball effect. Every little thing adds up. I'm choosing to live in integrity. I'm choosing to believe that I have abundant awareness. I'm an infinite, potentially magnificent being that hasn't even realized her full potential yet. I am choosing to be an adventure now. I'm choosing to not feel limited and blame. I'm choosing to see the limitation for, wow, there it is. It's part of the playground, but I can up level and choose to realize that's just a belief. I am empowered. And if this belief doesn't work for you, work on the root cause. Get rid of the unconscious, because the unconscious does run the show. It has the blueprint for health, and it will keep doing that until you meet it and heal it and see where it was planted. Sometimes these things will dissolve for you through meditation, yoga, sitting in stillness, but don't let the ego deceive you to think that it's already gone unless you see the outward reality changing. You will see people respond differently. You will see the different things coming into your life, and you will feel lifted and happy and not run the same program. That's when you know it's shifted. Challenge yourself with it. Go into that place where you had fear, where you worried, where you were blaming, whatever it is, and see if it's different. If you are looking at it through new lenses, which is your program. Beautiful. I hope you enjoyed it. Sit with it in silence. Journal a bit. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling any stress, any tensions, any worries. Dropping the shoulders. And again, take a deep breath in. Meet yourself, your brilliant light, your incredible self. Open up to it. That's all you've been looking for, and you have all you need within you. Isn't that wonderful? Keep that in mind. Write it down. Brainwash yourself into it. Whatever it is, make a meditation. Set it on your phone. Listen to it every night, and start to feel the truth flowering in every cell of your body. That is how you will serve your family, your ancestors, the future generations, the planet. And it's wonderful. You don't have to be afraid about what's in here. You can meet that stuff. It's only thoughts and energy. It's not anything else. Now, if you're not sure, then stabilize yourself first and breathe with it, and be with someone who can hold that space for you so you can feel safe and you can really, really go there. Keep well.